Nice. Bill. Okay, sorry about that. Had to go and share the links. Hey, what's up everybody? What's up world? What's up family? YouTube, I'm back. Busted ass headphones. I was gone for like at least 2 months, but I'm fucking back. And I'm on Red Dead Redemption. Check it out. Check out my new hat. Where the fuck's everybody at? Hey, you guys are over there. I'm on my way. Kanye, get over here. I'm on the way. I don't know if I got to pick the color of my horse, but the color of my horse is ass. I stole someone's cowboy hat. So when I... Hey, skids for days. Whoa! That's a bad way to go. That's a bad way to go. Sorry, Connie. Shit. Oh, goddamn. Whoa! Can't go that way either. Sorry about that, horse. Shit. People GTA. Catch me on GTA. How about that? Skids for days. Is that like you having diarrhea? That's what your name's supposed to mean? Alright. Don't shoot me, I got a nice hat. Oh damn! No, I didn't buy this, I just killed someone. Hey, that has help. Who the hell is shooting who? That guy has amazing aim. He almost killed me. Eat some baked beans. I love it. Oh, I gotta accept that invite, I imagine. Can you send me that invite again, bro? Or did you? I keep aiming at Artsy. How the hell do I join? Oh, there we go. Wow. So new to this. So oblivious. Is that another player? I blasted his horse. Whoa. Oh shit! L2 artsy? What does that mean? R1. Ah. Can I rope my horse? Oh shit! Uh. Oh shit. Save me. Oh damn. Man. How much money do you guys have on here? What's that? Hey, a bud. Shoot the bud. I got it. Oh no. Get away from my kill, bastard. You call yourself an outlaw? I've been practicing for this hillbilly voice all my life. Now I get to use it. Now I get to use this hillbilly. I can pull my inner Caucasian out when I play this game and sound like a hillbilly as I walk around being a cowboy. Yeah. Hey, what else can I do with this bird? I got a bird. Hey YouTube, take notice that my horse's name is Kanye. Yes, Kanye. I'm a big fan of Kanye West. Not lately, but some of his music's dope. So I named my horse after him. Yeah, I'm being sarcastic. Though some of his music is alright. His attitude really stinks his performance. Hey, I can loot you. Give me your money, motherfucker. Wonder if I should take your hat too. Damn, you have a nice hat. Can I shoot your hat off and take it? Let's trade hats, partner. Yes, I'm talking about. Oh shit! I like this. I need a seat to match this. I wish I could steal these hats and keep them. Where's your hat? Damn, you look English. Alright. Take that corpse. Have him. He's yours. I look like George Strait in this hat. No, you fucking had the horse. Had the horse roped up. I have nothing to do with this, YouTube. PETA, if you're watching, I don't condone his actions. That's a year's supply of bologna right there. No, not McDonald's, Burger King. It's a, yeah, Burger King is known to have horse meat in it, or at one time, it was, they admitted it in the record, or on record or whatever. Just recently. About 5 years ago, 10 years ago maybe. Well, is that a fucking zebra with a braid? What the hell kind of horse is that? Oh yeah, that's right. Damn, that's like a cow. That's like a... That's a How right there. I'm gonna call you How. Oh yeah. He has a braid too, that's cool. Should I blast your horse? Let's make some money. You guys, do you have any like interesting missions that we can join? I need some cash. Who the fuck shooting me? Is that you? Oh my god. Loot that motherfucker! You came just to get robbed, buddy. We outlaws around here. Oh my fucking god. I take that back. He's the outlaw. Man, I lost my cool hat. Well, my hat is cool. Hey, no, I had that little, I don't know what it's called, but it's like that little village hat or something, I don't know. I had the plantation hat a while ago, but I got that other one, remember? What the hell was it? And then on my way to get you guys, or find you guys, I shot a gun, looted him, and took his hat. Where can I put my hat on? Like, is there a place? Can I get it off my horse or something? What, horse cargo? Choose my hat. I don't think I saved it to my horse. What the fuck am I wearing? I'm on the purple team. Yeah, Artsy, you're fucking... You ain't got a chance, Artsy. I'm a marksman. Steal the enemy's loot. Aha! Here I come, motherfuckers. Here I come, motherfuckers. Here I come, motherfuckers. I'm coming to rob you. I'm coming to rob you, assholes. Oh my goodness. That motherfucker blasted me. Was that you who blasted me? I want the loot. Good heavens. Alright, I'm just gonna go run straight into the war. What? You get to bring the guns that you own in here too? How do you use this? Eat bomb, scumbags! Yeah! Hey, I got one kill with that dynamite. Hey, they took pictures of us. Trainee nutsack. I don't like it. That guy is his name. I voted dislike. The Dandies Coyote Pack. Oh yeah guys, I forgot I was streaming. If y'all are new to my channel or you end up at this point in my video, you make sure and hit that subscribe button guys, alright? All subscribers is needed. I'm trying to make 1,000,000, so I got a long way to go. Help me help you. Help yourself by helping me help you, so we can all help each other by subbing to me. Hey, shut up you. Boulder Glad Slade. This is the Coyote Pack. God damn you, asshole. Where's this gun? Is the gun up like upstairs or something? Oh yeah, it's like a sniper rifle area. Where are you? Should I cover you? What? Get the fuck out of here. Go in front of me. You want me to... trying to get me to die? Whoa, what the hell happened? I got... Holy shit. Only like Came to twice. Fucking coffins. Oh shit. Oh damn. That's fucked up. I was not expecting that. All in coffins. The fuck was that? Oh shit, y'all were waiting for me, damn. Sorry about that. No, I'm sitting here waiting for y'all, wondering what's taking so long. Bro, it's loading. It's fucking loading.
There. The men who betrayed me. My old company. Ain't just that. Revenge ain't my primary motive. My primary motive is profit.
I don't know.
Only thing about this is
Native blew me up and I never had one since.
If we take out the ammunition dump in the place, then there ain't no way they can blow a hole in the bank they were planning on robbing, which leaves us to do it when I can figure a way. Here's some dynamite to do the job. And if one of you gets the opportunity to kill my so-called lifelong best friend and business partner, well, that'll be fine too. I best stay here. I don't want them to know I'm behind this, much as I like to shoot every last one of them. So good luck. I'll watch how you get on.
An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, a knife in the back for a knife in the back.
Go away, old man.
Nice world, Mr. Finch.
We are what we are.
Well, who the hell's that guy? Oh, oh shit. Yeah, no, I didn't even go look over that on YouTube. That's on YouTube. Oh damn, someone got you before I could. I'm gonna loot you, bro. Cause I need some flow. I could destroy that guy. I'm looting. I'm too busy looting fools.
Thank you very much. Here's some cash to keep you going. That bastard's death makes my life much easier. Now we won't have the army going after the same banks as we are. We can ever get the planning of it. I'll be in touch if I can.
And I'll be in Blackwater, and your bounty will be in any sheriff's office.
I said away with you, old bastard.
Ah, you'll hear me in your sleep, Vince.
I have been disconnected from Red Dead due to a fault. Man, that was gonna fuck with me. Join the wolf pack. Is that what I want to do? Yeah. What is that? You're gonna go hunt. Like in real life? Just kidding. I have before, I haven't done it lately. I'm in a suburban neighborhood nowadays. And would I? Yes, I've been actually longing to lately. I've been really wanting to. Just to do it. Again. Oh, what did I hunt? Rabbit. Well, I've shot at, and I've never actually got a rabbit, but I shot at rabbits. Deer, elk, and ducks. Those are the only things I've ever hunted at. Yeah. I seen moose. Every big animal I've only shot at and missed. But like ducks and rabbits, yeah. Ducks and rabbits I've gotten. There would be like 4 of us in a vehicle and I'd shoot at the deer and miss. Then my bro would shoot at it and miss. And we'd be taking turns with the would be taking turns with the rifle. One of us I shot an eastern wild turkey. Hey, I'm gonna skin you and eat you alive, bitch.
Move along.
Oh my fuck. God damn, I shot that. The horse. Damn. Like a little fire pit. Alright. I think if you actually were there, Artsy, I think, and you've seen the process and it was made properly, I think you'd enjoy it. I don't know. You shall. ABT General. What's going on, ATV General? What's up, yo? What's up? What's up? What's up? Hey, yo, if you're new to my channel, you make sure and hit that subscribe button, guys. Make sure and hit that subscribe button, alright? How's it going, AVT? AVT General? What's up? Where the hell you guys at, Artsy? Native? Is that you behind me? Oh, okay. I'm gonna turn around. Can I back up on this? Slow down, horsies. Back up. There's no backup. God damn, I gotta bust your Yui. There we go. AVT, where you from, bro? Where you from? What part of the world you tuning in from, yo? Check it out, I robbed the wagon. You wanna get in it? Hey, that was cool. Let's go run into native. Where the hell is he? Am I going the wrong way? Heal! Oh, wrong. Slow down, horse. Oops. I'm new to this. Is it R2? Oh shit, I'm gonna shoot my horse trying to back up. Let's turn around, horsies. Yeehaw! Out of my way, wagon. Out to the snow? Oh, in real life? Or on the game? That's your horse. No, I haven't now. Not on here. I think I have enough money to spend on some more clothes now. Holy fuck, is this a posse? Slow down! Whoa, there you are. Where's he going? Let's run him over. Now we gotta turn around. Oh shit. Goddamn horses are stuck. Alright, I'm gonna bail out on this wagon. Because these horses are lucky I don't got bombs. Who the hell's Pepper? That's your horse? Kanye, what up? Onward. Onward, Kanye. Hey, what's that? What's that bear paw on the map? The white one? Fucking Archie's horse. I thought that was like something special. That's it. Oh shit, I thought you were a scarecrow. Oh shit. What was that? Did I shoot an eagle? Golden eagle. Oh shit. I'm plucking you. I, I said I'm plucking. I'm fucking the seagull. I didn't mean to actually blast this eagle because eagles are beautiful creatures, but this is just a video game and I don't have to feel bad. In real life, I would not feel proud of myself. I'd shoot you, turkey, but you're not worth it. I got an eagle. Can you like sell whole animals? Can you like take a whole deer to a place and they'll buy it off you? What's the most expensive animal you could find on here and sell? Hitch horse. There you go, horse. You're hitched. Now what kind of cool things can I do here? Is there anything useful that I may want to do here other than eat? Can I? My old plantation hat. Turn around. Hey, nope. Oops. I just want to talk to you, bro. What button do I press? Take. Drink. Why the fuck is a hobo life $150? What is this shit? Lunchbox. Collect deliveries. Pay bounty. Why the fuck would I want to pay bounty? I ain't paying no bounty. What does that mean? David Trevino? David Trevino? David Trevino. Am I saying that right, bro? David Trevino. Do I like tea? I like iced tea. I bought iced tea today. Hey, I like Ice T the rapper too. He's not bad. I'm more of a coffee drinker, David. What the hell happened to this person? Is this Artsy? Am I American? No, I'm not American, yo. Are you American, David? Or Australian? No, I'm not Australian either, bro. Yeah, people can't figure out my accent. Apparently I don't speak fluent Caucasian English. David, are you trying to guess my accent? I am a Canadian and I'm a Native American or Aboriginal, Indigenous. I'm a First Nation. I was the first one here and you're on my land, David. Just know that. Yeah, just playing. Yeah. I was. Hey, what's this skull do? What tribe? Hey, thanks for asking. I am Cree and Ojibwe. Which is kind of the same thing, actually. Cree and Soto. Do I have to, like, go on my horse and follow you? Check out my horse's name. That's Kanye. Let's roll, Kanye. Do I need a winter coat? No, I just have 2 shirts. And I don't know why my shirt's bloody. Or dirty. Is my shirt bloody on the back? Why is it like that? When the hell did I... Oh, I got a bullet hole in my chest. Oh yeah. Hey, I have that eagle on my horse, so what do I do with that? Hold X to match with... or possibly match speed with your possibly. Oh shit! My fucking horse is gonna faint here. Lazy horse doesn't get much fucking action. Wants to give out already. Slow down, Braid. Hey, there's the butcher right there. I'm gonna sell my eagle to you, bro. Remove golden eagle square.
You change your mind?
I got an eagle for you, bro. I suppose it's not even that. Where I'm from, this shit is expensive. Every feather counts, bro, so you better damn give me a good price for this shit. Turkey feathers. Cool. I got turkey feathers. 25 cents for an eagle talon? God damn it. $150. Flight feather. Good eagle carcass. Hey. You guys have pizza pops in America? Pizza pops. They're like, I don't know. I don't know. They're like kind of like squares, but they're not squares. Hey, that eagle got me some good cash. I got $200 now. Hey, I like that shit. I'm at the butcher. Oh, I'm on. I was gonna say I'm at the butcher. I'm at the butcher. Yeah, let's get out of here. Hey yo guys, if y'all are new to my channel, David, if y'all new to my channel, yo bro, hit that subscribe button, bro. I'm also dropping a music video tomorrow. I should be promoting myself heavily, but right here, well, I kind of am. But on my channel, anyone and everyone who's new or makes it to my channel or can hear my voice, just know that I am releasing a music video tomorrow, sometime probably in the morning, maybe in the afternoon. Hopefully not too late, but tomorrow. Stay tuned, subscribe to my channel, and you will see the new music video. It's actually all based around GTA. It's a GTA music video. So yeah, that will be released tomorrow. So hit that subscribe button, guys. And also, if y'all want to add me up on the PlayStation Network or even on Instagram, even Snapchat, TruthDigger306. It's the same everywhere. MySpace, High Five. It's old. Oh no, my horse is kicking me off. Oh goddamn. Yeah, you would be, bro. High Five is like the Facebook before. Did your horse just die? Oh no, wait, never mind. I'm gonna rob this guy. I'm gonna loot him. How come you don't ever loot guys, Artsy? You too rich? Too good? You're not a thief like me? Man, I got like almost $200 just looting people. Just kidding. No, I loot everybody. I don't care who they are. They're getting looted. Loot 200 people. Man. Oh, I gotta slow down. My horse is fucking getting mad at me. Hey, is that ice? Is it slippery? Oh shit! Man, back in the day when it used to snow heavily, there's this kind of little event that would be held on my reserve every so often, where one of the richer guys he had a quad, like a four-wheeler, and he tied up like a big air tube on his quad, and he did donuts and drove around in this big open space full of thick heavy snow, and there's like at least 10, no, about maybe 20, 30, 40 kids out there chasing after this tube, and it was pretty goddamn exciting. And let's say you caught onto the tube and you went for the ride as he drove around. Like, he was driving around crazy too. He wasn't just driving slow and shit. He's driving around wild, doing donuts and whatnot, throwing kids. Like, the fucking shit was like, kids were flying in the air and kids were going in, like, kids were falling in the tube and getting crushed and, well, not crushed, but like squished, like flattened into the snow from the tube. And man, that was some fun shit. Squished. Squished. Man, you guys never forgot that shit. When did you guys just forget that ever happened? I said squished once, and you guys still say that shit. it's now, might as well put that as a hashtag. Where the hell are you going, RC? Am I supposed to be following you? Does native already go that way? Did you already go to the waypoint? Are you like taking their carcasses and shit? You guys have jackets? My guy's gonna pass out from exhaustion and hypothermia. Me and my horse. Your health core is empty. Your health will regenerate slower. Eat food such as meat and canned food to refill your health core. You're fucking freezing, buddy. I ate some baked beans. Get the fuck back here. The hell is that? Hey, what is that? Oh, he's too fast. I'm out of here. Just walk off on your horse. Big horned ram. You got a ram? Ah, you got him before me. Goddamn fucking bullseye trigger. Damn, holy shit. You're jumping around on your horse. Is it raining out here? Shit, this would be freezing in if this would happen in real life. I missed him, just like in real life. Get that bastard. I got you. What's up, sucker? You're now food. And now, should I take the whole carcass? Oh shit! Oh goddamn! I'm stinking. Oops. Bolt action rifle. Yeah, I just have like the two guns they gave me from the beginning. Hey, I'm a good shot with these bad boys. What are you trying to say? Man, I have to practice it before I show it. Pull it out. Wow. There's Bigfoot on here. What? Oh, but you can't like go and see him. What the hell is the sun coming up? Why is it going bright all of a sudden? Is that the moon? God damn, the moon is a little too bright. Rockstar. I'm trying. I'm on my way. My horse is gonna faint here. He's crappy, he's lazy, his color is whack. His bars are whack, his beats are whack. Fucking, yeah, his attitude's whack, his fucking girlfriend is whack. Just start referring to the real Kanye now. Sorry about that, horse. I don't know. Transgender horses. My horse is a tranny. Doesn't know what he wants to be. What? You have a male character or what? Hey, the snow's going away. Really on here? Yeah, I'm on my way.
Not to worry. We'll be back. All right. So come on, jump.
Oh,
Trying
out
to
of my
scare
way
you,
there.
Travis?
Should I go look at the ammunition shit? L2. No, the shooty guy. Should we go check out the shooty guy? Browse catalog. Unique weapons. Oh. Man. It'll probably be one of the first games for PS5 or something. God damn, these guns are expensive as fuck. I don't even want none. Bolt action rifle. Is that the one you said to get? Should I buy a bolt? Well, what the hell revolver do I have right now? Oh, the cattleman revolvers? How's the double action revolver? Is that good? What about the volcanic pistol? What is that? That looks wicked. What about this? Oh, I can't. 216 for a bolt action rifle. I could buy a bolt action rifle for 9 bars of gold. 11. No? What what about Kanye? I'm buying this bolt action rifle. What kind of bullets do I need for this bolt action rifle? Oh, I got it. Hey, you can put carvings on your guns and shit. What kind of bullets do I need for this thing? Just any bullets? Rifle bullets? Okay, go to. What the hell is the use of a gun belt? So what am I holstering it on now? Do I have it already? on the rope. Just confused. Well, all this money is. I'll just spend some more on clothes, I guess, because I just dropped like 9 bars of gold on this new rifle. Now who can I shoot? I got 2 rifles on my back. Whoa, that's so uncalled for. Who wants to suffer the first bullet? Hey, there's guys in front of me I could loot. Oh shit! Now I'm looting all the guys he killed. I gotta get the fuck out of here. Loot. Give me the loot, give me the loot. Give me the loot. Yeah, I think she will. I have faith that she will be. I got my headphones. I wouldn't mess with me if I were you. I got a new rifle. I got a new rifle. It costs me gold. I think so. I'll be there. Oh my god, this gun is crazy. I didn't mean to blast your face. What shotguns do you have, RC? What shotguns do you have? How many hides can you keep on your horse or stow on your horse? Lots?
I'm not looking for company or conversation, so you just stay back. What's the damn problem?
I'm on my way towards the check mark. I'm probably really far behind. Oh, I ran into a guy, now I'm looting him. Loot, loot. I shot a rabbit on here and Harlem got mad at me. He's like, Dad, don't shoot the rabbits. You can shoot all the other animals, but don't shoot the rabbits, okay, Dad? It's like, okay. Yeah. Oh shit, what happened to this guy? He's dead, I'm gonna rob him. Who shot this? Did any of you guys shoot this guy off the wagon? Because now I'm walking by him. I found a dead guy on a wagon. That means someone's nearby? Did any of you guys shoot anybody on a wagon lately? So if I'm way over here, where the hell are you guys? Oh, you're way over there. I'll beat you guys. Damn, you guys are really far out. I don't Archie. Just uncomfortable. I'm already getting beat by my dad. That's funny. Oh fuck, we all hit the ground. Hey, get off my fucking horse. Stay the fuck off my horse. I ran into an NPC or a computer guy and I pulled out my rifle and I blasted him right as I crashed into him, and all four of us, me, him, and my horse and his horse, were all on the ground picking ourselves up. He's the only guy that died though. Oh shit. I got headphones. I'm looking. Do you have school in the morning? Hey, that's cool. I found a treasure chest. Back of a wagon, but I can't open it. Whack. I'll shoot this crow. Bald eagle. Yeah. A bald eagle. There's legends of ancient a long time ago. There's like ancient stories, yeah, of thunderbirds or birds that are like 30, 50 feet. The wingspan would be like the size of a human. One wing. 6 feet. Used to pick people up. Imagine that. Imagine creatures. Imagine creatures being able to fucking pick humans up. Hey, that's a treasure chest I couldn't open. What? Open the treasure chest. Lame. Get off your... Just kidding. Get over here, Kanye, you little bastard. Get over here, Kanye, you little bitch. That's an ugly way to call your horse. Whoa! I jumped over a rock. Man, I got this boss ass gun. I just want to shoot somebody. There's ancient legends of creatures that live underground too. During the apocalypse times is when they'll come out. Six-headed dragons and shit like that. Like ancient creatures, I guess you could say, creatures that you'd hear in mythological times. Yes, I like that. Yes, I am. In the Revelations, in the back of the Bible, there's that chapter where it predicts and tells you of how the world will end. That's yeah, something like that. They have names and everything. There's all kinds of things that's what's supposed to come from out of the ground. Hi, how about what's this guy talking about a lamp? Who's that? This guy? Motherfucker. Wrong person to have words with. Yeah. There's one whole chapter. I don't know how they expect motherfuckers to read this shit, but there's like a whole chapter of just like names. It's called Numbers. That's the chapter, and it just has a bunch of old names of old people who are like fuck. Who the fuck has time to read all this bullshit? That's all it is. It's just a bunch of old names, and that's all it is. It's just a big chapter full of a bunch of names that are supposed to make it to heaven. And sure, of course, none of our names are in there. But if you go look in the Bible, maybe like 3-4 chapters in, there's this one chapter called Numbers, and if you scroll through it, all you'll notice is just a big fucking bunch of pages full of a bunch of different names. Last names and shit. People, families who are like connected to the Bible and blah blah blah. What I don't know. Bunch of nonsense. Literal nonsense. I don't like you, man, because you're bald. So I'm gonna loot you. Your bald head said white supremacy, so I had to shoot you. Should have had some hair, buddy. Where the hell's all the awesome animals? What? 372? What the hell were you selling this whole time? Oh yeah? Oh my god, he did kill me! Little prick. Amazing. Good shot. You guys screamed at me, I'll have no. Yep. I was just telling my daughter here earlier this afternoon. When I was in the mission or the boarding school, I was about 6 or 7, and right away the intermediates and the senior kids were like into all kinds of shit, and a lot of them started practicing, and a lot of them started getting into like spirit calling and devil worship. So there was a lot of older kids who were just like unknowingly like practicing devil crap, writing devil shit on the wall, trying to summon and talk to the devil somehow, just weird things like that. Yeah, on their hands, they'd carve them in their arms and hands, just stupid shit like that. And but when we were younger, we started we learned how to play this game called Concentrate or Concentration, one of the two. Depending on where you were from is what you called it, but it's Concentrate, pretty much. That's the title of the game. And it was where the main concept of the game is to try and see who, or try to get somebody to get possessed by an entity or like a demon or some shit like that. So yeah, and this is what we were playing at 5 or 6. So what we would do as kids is we would get in circles and we would all hold hands and we would start chanting this specific thing, and of course they taught us right off the bat. The younger kids, no, the older kids knew what to say, so all we had to do was just listen and copy what they said. So a bunch of us would get in a circle, and we would like either be standing in a circle or holding hands in a circle, and we would all chant this same poem or same spell, I guess you could say. It was kind of like a spell, and we would say like these they were like rhyming sing-along bars, I guess you could say, if you think about it. But it was like, concentrate, concentrate, can you hear me? Concentrate, concentrate, can you hear me? And then like people died, something, something. And then we just kept on saying it, saying it, saying it, saying it over and over and over again, until eventually one of the kids would literally become possessed or taken over by something. And because we were in such a concentrated area, like because we were in such a high spiritual, dark spiritual area, right in the boarding school where death was common, like there was times where people were actually, like, kids would actually like get taken over by certain things, and they would like be kicking and screaming and fighting or attacking, biting and scratching, and just like being taken over by specific entities. Some of them would go into this like ugly like language that are like they would just sound weird when they'd talk, and of course we're like 6 or 7, 8 years old, so we have no idea what this person's saying when they start like. And of course now, after like 10, 15 times of playing it twice a week, whenever we get a chance, we started getting used to it. We started like kind of like, it started becoming fun instead of scary. So eventually, after a while, it was like literally it was nothing for us to summon spirits. It was nothing for us to run away and laugh and taunt spirits. I'm just getting the chills thinking about it. Holy fuck. Ugh. I remember this one time we were doing this, and like I said, I must have been like 7, and this girl named Heather, she fell over and she started kicking and screaming. She got up and she started like scratching at one of the other boys' face, and he got like really scratched up bad in the face. Thankfully she didn't have any weapons or anything like that. She probably would have killed him, but she scratched up this one guy really bad, like scarred him up, because we were playing the game too much. It got to the point where some of the kids would even pretend. Some kids were so wanting to be possessed that they'd even pretend to be possessed. Yeah, we didn't really know nothing about the devil or Satan. We just knew something would happen. So we learned that game, concentrate. Oh shit, I got blasted by somebody. We learned that game, concentrate, and then we learned another game with I think I told you guys, with a deck of cards. It was very similar to, yeah. In that game we learned how to conjure spirits and talk to spirits and taunt. I don't know if it's all of Canada, but it's definitely the Indians. And we were taught this. These were kids who were teaching us how to do this. Like 10 and 11, 12-year-olds were teaching 6 and 7-year-olds how to do this shit. I remember even seeing one of my longtime crushes. Like, she was one of the girls I had like a big crush on a long time ago. And her too, she got real fucking possessed one time, and she was like screaming and kicking and crying. It was really fucked up. I wanted to help her, but there was nothing I could do. Just watch her kick and scream and bang her head off the ground. Yeah. I was just telling my daughter about that today. Whoa. What's that? Oh, she was just listening. She's creeped out by it. She was asking me about it, actually. She was asking me She watches a lot of trippy YouTube videos about scary stuff, so she came and asked me about what the fuck animal is that? She came and asked me about some shit. Oh shit, whoa! God damn it. Asking me about possession, if being possessed is real. I was like, yes it is. And I told her that we used to play around with possession all the time. People don't believe it until it happens, and then when it happens, it's like nothing. It's kind of like an average day. Like, oh, like, wow, it happened to me, and then that's that. Once you have a spiritual or a like supernatural experience, it's just like any other experience. It's like smoking weed for the first time, or getting in trouble for the first time, or doing something. It's after a while you get used to it. Some people are used to living in haunted houses, and some people are used to living with... It's like living in the hood almost. Like, you're used to the danger, you're used to the threat, you're used to the fear. And that's kind of what that's... Yeah. Man, you go looking for it, man, you'll find it. You look for it, bro, you'll find it. That's kind of how we bumped into that creepy shit, as we were like literally playing with it like as children, kind of forced to think it was fun. So almost didn't know no better. Most of us, like 30 kids, 50 kids, a lot of us had no idea what we were doing. We were just playing along, thinking it was kind of like a game. It took me, I was probably about 10 or 11 years old when I realized that we were fucking conjuring spirits. We're playing with the devil type shit. And I remember starting to tell people, we shouldn't be playing this, let's not play this anymore, because people were getting hurt, and like they were taking, like, even at school, like we were doing it right in fucking broad daylight during school, during recess hours, and this teachers started getting scared and shit like that too. Teachers started reporting, teachers started quitting because it was scaring the white teachers from Leicester, the town that we were at. White Catholics, white Christians didn't like seeing that shit, so some of them would retire, or not retire, I mean, some of them would quit their job because they didn't want nothing to do with that devil shit. Didn't want to have that connection to Satan. You know how some of them really are trying to be really pure? Imagine seeing fucking 30 kids worshipping and conjuring spirits. That's what scared the living shit out of the average Christian. What's that? It depends on where you live. You may live in a place where there's nothing, where there's not. So if you live in because it depends on where you live and the amount of energy that comes from that town or that location or that historical landmark. If you're living in kind of like a newbie town, like that's kind of just has no history, like you may not see nothing ever. My grandmother, for instance, she's lived in the mission, she's worked in the mission, and she's never experienced nothing in her life, so she doesn't believe in anything. And it's the only time she's ever experienced anything supernatural was actually this past year when one of my uncles died. Remember I was telling you guys a couple of months ago that had a lot of deaths in my family, and I was offline for a while. Well, one of my uncles passed away, and she was at the funeral, and she, for the first time in her entire life, she finally felt like the supernatural presence, and she felt like a hand grab her shoulder during the funeral. And she didn't feel scared, she felt like love, like a loving presence, and of course everyone figures I was, you know, her son, the deceased at the time, kind of consoling her because she was sitting there crying, right in front of the casket, right at the funeral, blah blah blah. But this is her very, very, very first experience ever with a supernatural anything. And my grandmother specifically, she doesn't know what it's like to be around that shit, and she's been around, right? She worked at the boarding school, she lived in the boarding school, she's had her own experiences in the boarding schools herself, but she's never had any ghostly or paranormal or supernatural experience until this past year. And she's like 72, I think. She's fairly old now. So when I had a conversation with her, she was telling me how, you know, how this is her first time she's ever had this, and she felt like blessed, and she felt like honored that it was a positive and like a reassuring experience, and not a negative devil possession experience like what I'm used to. My grandmother never used to believe me. I used to always tell her everything that I would be going through, and sometimes she would just like not want to hear it, or she'd not want to listen because it was too, she didn't believe half the shit that I said. She didn't think that those kinds of things happened in her workplace too, or in her community. She didn't want to believe any of that demonic shit, or that any of that devil worship stuff happened. Yeah, her first supernatural experience happened at a funeral, at her son's funeral, just this past year. Is there a reason why? Yeah, I was in that boarding school when I was probably about 6 or 7, to same year I joined the boarding school. I remember seeing the apparition, or a nun coming into my dorm. Now, my dorm is 3 or 4 levels up. A moose. Yeah, my dorm was 3 or 4 levels up in the water. My horse just kicked me off in the water. Now she's walking away, that bitch. Is that a fucking alligator? Yeah, but the first thing I've ever seen when I was younger was like this female nun coming into the junior boys' dorm late when I was supposed to be sleeping. I wasn't, and I was sitting there trying to go to bed in this dorm area full of bunk beds, sleeping with all these other little boys. There's 2 doors to get into my dorm, and they're big, heavy metal fire escape type doors. Those ones where you push the big metal bar, and it's just big ass heavy doors. Am I drowning? I'm fucking drowning. Oh my god. Oh, I got a headshot. Oh no, that half-man guy's killing me, that little bastard. What the fuck? You know, there's a guy that killed me. What the hell was I saying? Oh yeah. When you get into my dorm, or when you get into the junior boys' dormitory where we slept, there was 2 to pass. Now when I was laying there, I knew better that I had to be sleeping. My supervisor would get upset, or the night watchman would send me to bed if they caught me awake. So when I was laying in my bed trying to sleep, I heard one of the doors open and then slam. So me immediately being fearful, I close my eyes and I immediately pretend to sleep. Now me as like a little kid there, I'm laying in this bed and I'm pretending to sleep. I'm waiting for the next door to open, the second door to open, because I know by now obviously someone is, you know. So I'm laying in my bed and I'm waiting for the second door to open and I don't hear it. And I sit there and I wait and I wait and I wait, and then finally I decide to open my eyes to see if, you know, what's going on, because that means someone's standing in the fucking corridor area. The second door didn't open, whatever, right? So I open my eyes and there's a nun standing there and she's walking with like a blank expression on her face, and she's walking towards another fire escape, probably about a good 10-15 feet away from me on the other side of the dorm. And I can see through the bunk beds and I can see through the other people, and and it's all dark, and the only thing lighting up the room was the fire escape light and the backlight and the moonlight. And I'm laying in my bed and I'm watching this woman walk, and I'm like, in my mind I'm like still like thinking, sleep, you know, I gotta sleep, because maybe she's a supervisor, maybe she works here, blah blah blah. She walks and she doesn't ever leave. She doesn't leave another door. You don't hear her unlocking any other doors and leaving the room. And that's that. She just, you know, I eventually fall asleep. I wake up in the morning. I tell the supervisors and a couple of my friends right away, like, there was a girl in our dorm last night. There was a woman in our dorm last night. There was a woman in our dorm last night. And everybody doesn't believe me because we're in the junior boys side and there's no women that's supposed to be on our side, right? So I'm telling everyone, like Albert, my supervisor, his name was Albert, the person who looked after me. I was telling him, you know, there's a woman in my dorm, and I remember him specifically, like, kind of like, ah, don't lie, boy. Don't lie, boy. I remember him saying that specifically, don't lie, boy. So I carried on with these thoughts, like knowing this, you know, this is factual. Maybe about a year later, another incident happens in the boarding school to another new supervisor worker, and she gets spooked. Apparently she sees a woman or a nun walking towards her while she's hauling coffee to this coffee room, something, and this happens in broad daylight in front of everyone. She's like, there's like like something happens like a year later, and this woman sees and she freaks out and she gets scared as fuck, and it hits the news. Everyone, no, not the news, but like it hits local, everyone's ears. Everyone's talking about it. My mom's talking about it. My grandmother, my auntie's like, oh yeah, Cheryl Bear, she's seen a ghost in the mission. She's seen a ghost. She's seen a woman in the mission. And I can hear everyone now, like a year later, talking about it on the phone and blah blah blah. And then like me, I'm a child, but I'm smart, right? I'm by this time I'm 7 or 8 years old, and I can hear everyone talking about it. And the whole community's like kind of bugging now because this new worker sees this spirit or this ghost, and it's just, you know, the news. So as soon as I hear this, I start telling my story, like, yeah, me too, and I seen a woman before, and you know, that's when I realized that, you know, I'm not the only person who's accustomed to seeing this female spirit in this building. But yeah, so later on, of course, there's like dozens and hundreds of different stories from different people who seen different things, seen the nuns, seen the priests, seen the kids and spirits in that building. But me, all I seen was a nun. People have seen priests, people have seen children's spirits in there. People hear things, crying babies, screaming kids, you know, still to this day in that building. Yeah. I think they're. I personally believe they're there for a reason. I think they either know, and you're not. You're the one who's clueless, or they're just as clueless as you. One way or the other. I think, like superficially, like you were supposed to see it though. Like whether that spirit didn't know or whether you didn't know, like the great creator, the great spirit is the one who arranged you to see that apparition or spirit or ghost or demon or devil, whatever, you know, because you know the great spirit or the creator, apparently, you know, everything happens in God's work. It all happens for a reason, apparently. So let's say that if that's the truth, and I wouldn't say that is the truth, but I personally believe when you see something, you were supposed to see that. Now it's up to you to decide whether you're going to use that apparition or that incident for your better knowledge acknowledgement, or you're just going to disacknowledge it as nonsense. Because a lot of people see things, and in a year or two, it's not a big deal, you know. Like I know people who've seen ghosts or have seen like creatures in the woods, things like Bigfoot, for instance, or like big fucking like half man, half horse type creatures, and some people would go crazy and kill themselves. Some people will drink themselves and just stay drunk after that, or some people would change their life, like their life would change. You know, like they would go and they'd look for the truth, they'd look for what and search. So it really depends on what you do after you see something like that, or after you witness something. I think it's a sign, like you were supposed to see it, and now that you've seen it, it's up to you how you're supposed to. So, like for me, for instance, I know what I saw, so I personally believe it's in my duty to tell people what I've been through at some point, you know? It's kind of like my purpose, my duty to let people know that spirits are kind of, you know, they're there. Yeah, they're not to be played with. They're there, whether you think they are or not. I personally, me in my life, I've bared witness to too many things to say that. Too many things to say they're not. You know, I'm not skeptical anymore. I am certain. Me specifically, me. Whether you, I know you guys are uncertain at some point, but me specifically, I'm certain because I've seen and heard and know too much. But like my grandmother, for instance, she's 70 some years old. She's never had an experience, and she was never sure until recently, you know. And even then, she's only had one experience, so she's still probably unsure in her heart. Who knows? But yeah, some people just never have experiences. And sometimes it's safer that way too, because some people can't handle it. I think it's better to see it like a ghost or an apparition than a creature of some kind. Yeah. If I seen a half man, half horse, I'd fucking freak out, man. I'd be tripped out too. I'd question my reality. Yeah, and I've heard stories, yeah. Plus, they're in ancient legends too. They're gods. To be honest, in ancient legends, those creatures are demigods. So let's say those ancient mythological legends are even close to remotely factual. Then that means that those half man, half creature things, they're very godly, so they most likely have the power to shapeshift. they most likely have the power to disappear, and they most likely have the power to just not be around whenever they don't want to be around, you know? If they're considerably anything like a demigod like they have, or how they're known to be in mythological stories, then that means that these things have the power of a god, and they could probably just not ever want to be found, you know? Much like God himself, or spirits and angels and demons themselves. They can come in and out of our time and our channel as they please. And our well, you gotta, you know, the thing about God is the concept of God is too huge to understand, to bear, to believe. Okay, now think about this. Knowing how big the earth is, knowing how big the universe is, knowing how big the sun is, knowing how big our solar system is. Imagine God being... God is supposed to be the creator of all the universe. That means if God is anything like that, that means that he or she is the creator of every single fucking thing. Every particle, every atom, every planet, every star, every solar system, everything. So you have to understand the concept of how big of a mindset that may be, and then you got to understand why would that thing even... it's too big. It's way too... the spirit and the idea of that is unfathomable, unbearable, impossible to understand and bear. And this is why it's so hard to believe in God, because God doesn't have the time for us. God doesn't have the time for Earth. God doesn't have the time for human beings. God doesn't have the time for your life. You have to find God in you. God gave you the ability to use your brain, use your heart, use your willpower, your the power to choose between good and evil. He gave you that option. Now it's your idea and it's your mission to chase him or her within your spirit, because God is inside you too. God is listening and is able to, you know, it's there inside you, and you can't find God. God's not going to come looking for you. You got to find God within yourself, within your spirit, within your heart, and that's where God is. And that's the only place you'll ever be close when it comes to the Great Spirit. So you gotta love and find it within your own self, and that's where you'll find it. And that's why, this is why sometimes big time superstars get into that I'm a god, because they find it within themselves to control their own destiny, you know. And that's kind of what it is for us too. Is a lot of us, we need to find, because God's not gonna come and find you through religion. She's not gonna come and find you through love. You just gotta kind of have to find the God within you. That's the power, because we're like seeds on this planet. We're here to seed the earth, and then we go back to the stars. We're all part of the earth anyway. We're all part of Mother Earth. At the end of the day, we are here. We are dust when we were born. We're dust when we go back to the earth. We're supposed to be here to look after the earth. So the concept of us, we're earth creatures, especially us indigenous Indians. We specifically are earth protectors. We're supposed to be anyway. But yeah, the concept of God is too big. And this is why most of the world has a hard time believing, understanding, or wanting to even believing in understanding. Because it's just, the concept is... the universe, you know, think of the universe, how big it is. Imagine having to be the person or the the mind to control it all. It's gotta be lucky. Gotta, so, yeah. It's hard to explain, really. It's kind of, I'm trying to find the best words to put it in. This is one reason why other cultures, other belief systems, other religions, this is why some religions split gods up and have different gods. Because, like, yeah. When it comes to the Great Spirit, when it comes to the Creator, he, like, kind of like a gang or kind of like a council, has split up and has a numerous amount of angels working underneath him, and they all have names. They all, you could do your research and find out these names: Gabriel, Michael. So a lot of these motherfuckers have names, and these spirits, they wander around Earth. They wander around within our, you know, our within our channels, within our this, and they influence us. Same with the demons. The devil and Satan, he has, or she has, or whatever the fuck the devil is, they also have legions of spirits influencing, and that's where you get the idea of it's a spiritual warfare, is because the God has angels, or the Creator has like a whole legion of angels trying to persuade positivity, and the dark spirit or the dark prince also has a lot of legions of demons. One demon can control 600 or 6,000 people's minds, you know, stuff like that. That's how powerful some of these demons are. So this is the kinds of things that go on, and these are the kinds, that's how God splits up. That's how the concept of gods have happened, like where there's different kinds of gods and different kinds of angels, where you look at the god of thunder, the god of the sun, they all have names like Isis, and oh, there's a bunch of them. Horus, the sun god, and where's Zeus, the god of thunder, and whatever else. I mean, there's just a bunch of them, and there's reasons why those gods are split up into different sections, because back in the day, back in the mythological times, or back in ancient Greece times, those people too had a hard time of understanding one God. So ancient biblical, you know, philosophers, they either made up, or they literally have like real ancient stories of different kinds of deities and gods from a long time ago. But in conclusion, or in short, there's a council of different angels and gods that you could also praise and give your life over to. And a lot of people do, which is why a lot of people, you know, yeah, and a lot of people, is that you, Artsy, on your zebra? Oh yeah, that is. I was following you. What the hell is that? Oh. Hey, I don't take Thanksgiving as an insult. I'm out. Yeah. When it comes to things. What's that? Yeah, I think a majority of most of them are. There's probably a few creatures that are. Oh man, I don't know if I ever told you this story. I think I told you the one story of my one bro who he ran into a, I think it was like this reptilian white guy that did I ever tell you guys? Did I ever tell you that story? Man, this was one of the most... Oh, no. Yeah. Shit, this actually, I just remembered this is one story. One of my friends, Chileno guy. Really cool guy. He used to live in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, or he still does actually, and he's in and out of jail, straight gangster, straight one of the big names in the city, just because of his persona. When I met him, he reminded me of a young, modern Scarface, because he was a leader, he was short, he was a gangster, he was cool motherfucker. One time, I'm helping him, and he tells me this crazy fucking story, and we were talking about conspiracy theories and Illuminati and reptilians and blah 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 blah, right? I brought up the fucking story of reptilians, just kind of out of the internet, like conspiracy theory, and I fucking scared him, and he told me a story of his past. Now when I told him what I was learning and what I knew about specific like reptilian creatures and, you know, shape-shifting reptilians being like the controllers of the world or being actually here, blah blah blah, like I got into the topic, and it put him in this state of like, holy fuck, like shocked that I even brought it up, like, I think I seen one of those, bro. I think I seen one of those. He tells me the story. Now he's a Chileno, Latino guy from Saskatchewan. When he was younger, he used to live out here in British Columbia, where I live now. And he grew up out in this area, out this way, with his family. So he has family out here, he has family out there. And ironically, he used to be friends with a lot of little punks and gangsters and drug dealers out here too, a bunch of little bad motherfuckers. And he was 14-15 years old when he was out here, running around selling drugs, causing trouble, jacking kids, jacking people, putting guns in people's faces, stealing, just, you know, being a bad motherfucker out here in BC. And they had this one dealer that they used to go to every so often. They used to pick up quantities off of, like big quantities, and to sell, to flip. And they knew this one guy, and he was always alone, and he was quiet, and he was to himself. He never had no family, and he was their dealer, and he was always an in and out kind of guy. He was like this pale European, like orange haired type motherfucker. I don't know if he was like, he had like blue eyes and everything. He's like a European. My friends said specifically he didn't know what ethnicity he was. He didn't know if he was this or that, but he was definitely like a Caucasian white guy. And he never really talked too much. It was an in and out deal all the time, like boom boom boom. Never, you know, he was all about his money kind of a guy. Never really said nothing, in and out. And they kept going in and out of this guy's house on a regular for over probably a year or so, picking up, dropping off drugs. Eventually they got my bro and his friends, they got this bright idea. Fuck bro, we should rob him. We should raid his house. We should steal from the guy. Like, let's go break into his house. Let's catch him slipping and fucking rob him. He has a lot of money. Obviously he's balling. He has a lot of, like, this guy used to help them, but they ended up trying to get this stupid idea to steal, like to raid and jack this guy. So they kind of, like, there's 6 of them at least. My bro being one of the youngest of them all, they all like conjure up this idea, this plan. We're gonna go and fucking rush this guy at this time. We're gonna go break into his house, take his drugs, take his money. They plan it. They execute it. They try to. All 5 of them, they rush into his house. They all break in. They catch him in his living room. They kick in the front door. They kick in the back door. They have their guns and their masks and their bandanas on drawn, trying to cover their faces and whatnot. All the guys, they go rushing into the living room and they catch him, and he stands there and he looks at them, and as soon as they see him and they see him and they all like look at each other, all the guys all of a sudden freeze. Every one of the guys immediately can't move, and this guy's looking at them, and all of them are completely frozen now and they cannot fucking move. He starts looking around. His eyes fucking go crazy, like reptilian and shit. Like his eyes start fucking, like, immediately he showed them that he wasn't human, and his eyes turned into this like reptile blink. And he walked around them and he looked in every one of their eyes. All these little gangster guys were frozen in a stance, and all they could do was blink and think. So my friend, he said when he was frozen, he was trying to scream, he was trying to kick, he was in fear. He couldn't cry, he couldn't move. All he could do was think, and he was petrified in his mind, and he couldn't scream. He was like stuck, frozen, standing there with all his other friends were standing there, frozen too. So this guy, this drug dealer, this creepy motherfucker, he goes and he stares into this guy's eyes. He goes and stares into this guy's eyes. He goes and stares into this guy's eyes, and then he goes and stares into my friend's eyes. And then my friend, all of a sudden, all his muscles become loose and he hits the ground, and he fucking runs. He runs, and now he's like sweating and tearing, and he runs and he stumbles out. And he said while he was like being stared at, he could hear this thing talk to him through his mind. And he said that the thing that you're here for a reason, you're special, you can go, but your friends are staying with me. And my friend, he fucking ran out the house. He ran to his family's house. He was in fucking fear. He was so scared. He ended up moving to Saskatchewan, like literally within days, and he never came back to BC. And he never moved back here. He comes back here once like every 10 years to visit those same family members he has here, but he moved to Saskatchewan and he stayed in Saskatchewan with his parents, and he's made a living in Saskatchewan with all his other friends. And he said to this day he's never heard or he never knew of any of those guys since. He never tried to contact them. He never wanted to know anything. So he kept this memory to himself for a long time. He only told so many people. But when I brought up the concept and when I brought up the story of reptilians, I freaked him the fuck out, and he had like this flashback memory of when he was a teenager, and he told me this specific story of when he ran into this problem. And when he explains how this guy walked around and stared into their eyes, he said this thing wasn't like human, like it was like literally like a reptile in a human form. And he was able to shapeshift, and he had the power to fucking freeze everybody. Whatever this thing was had the power to shut their whole fucking nervous system down. Oof, I'm just getting the fucking creeps thinking about it, just sitting here. Ooh. Oh, I got the fucking goosebumps on my arms just repeating that shit. He said this guy was like, one thing about this guy, he said he was a tall, lanky, fair Caucasian with like abnormally like blue eyes, and then eventually when he was pissed off, like when they tried to raid him and whatnot, it's as if this thing knew they were coming, technically, you know. It's like this thing knew they were coming, and when they got into that house, they like it was pissed, like it knew, and that's yeah, and like it lurked around, and his eyes that's the thing, that's the only thing that changed. Like he didn't like turn into like anything else, but his eyes were non-human, you know. They, like he said they look like lizards, reptile eyes. Like he said, like the slit and everything. Like that's one thing that he notices. Like they look. I didn't really ask. Like he just explained to me like they look like reptile like type eyes. Like yeah, like snake eyes kind of a thing. Yeah, my friend, when he was explaining to it, when he was explaining his story to me, he was just like, he was tense and nervous, recapping and rethinking of the stuff that it was kind of fucked up. Like I made him, me bringing some of this stuff up, it's opened up a part of his brain. He because that situation was so traumatizing for him that he refused to remember it. He like kind of put it out of his head for a long time. So when I told him like about reptiles and about like reptilian creatures possibly running the earth, blah blah blah, Illuminati, blah blah blah, I opened up like kind of one of his memories, like his decompartmentalized memories that he wanted to forget. Because when you get so, there are times when you get so fucking scared, your brain blocks it out, and you don't want to remember, and you will forget, you know. So that's kind of what happened to him. He kept that shit out of his head for a long time. He was induced with drugs and ecstasy and coke and the party, gangster life for a long time, and he never concentrated on none of that. So when of course old Digginz goes and starts talking about all crazy stuff, he ends up getting, it wakes up that part of his brain and he remembers again, and he's like, holy fuck bro. And I like scared him because I brought up a thing that, you know, that happened to him in his history. That yeah, so me and him, we had like a fucking deadly conversation about it, and I'm trying to explain to you as best as I can remember. But whew, just tripped me the fuck out. Always got me telling scary stories, bro. It's making me rethink of these crazy things. Yeah, man. Whenever you do, you have to have the belief in your mind. If you go with the idea that it's like you're not gonna find nothing, you probably won't find nothing. But if you go with the mindset that I'm going to find this and I'm going to find that eventually, you may not find it that day, but eventually, if you keep going, they'll come to you. Especially demonic spirits. They're like lonely and they want attention. They're like fiending for human contact. Yeah. So it's easy. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes demonic, and a lot of times demonic spirits portray and pretend to be, you know, because they're good, right? They're demonic, and it's their it's in their nature to deceive. It's in their nature to, you know, to be deceitful. You know, they're dark. So a lot of times demons can come in angel forms. Humans, it is written that humans will be deceived by many demons as angel forms. So when you look at today, you look at the average human being that is very famous and is worshipped, like Eminem, Kanye West, Jay-Z. These guys are demonic in figure. They push the messages, but they're praised like angels and gods in flesh. These are humans. We don't see them. We see them as just as entertainers, but these motherfuckers are like. I'm not saying these guys are them like angels in real life, but you gotta understand that demons and angels, they work in influence, and yeah, we are influenced like that. So you gotta be very careful. Like Nipsey Hussle, for instance, he was most likely he was probably an angel, you know, in a sense. If you want to think about it in a spiritual sense, Tupac too, you know, you can tell. You can obviously, if you do your research, you can tell who's on the side of positivity and who's on the side of, you know, demonic powers. You can tell who's there, who's paid to push that message, and who refuses pay to push that message. Man, the biggest names, for instance, Eminem, that's Jay-Z, yeah, those names for sure. Rihanna. Then you want to get into white culture, Lady Gaga, obviously, Marilyn Manson. And it's all over rock music. Every single rock band praises, worships, or like has something to do with the devil. Ozzy Osbourne, AC/DC, Rolling Stones, whether from their covers right down to their songs, all demonic, all satanic, all pushing the devil influence. So let alone rock and roll, you go into hip-hop. Hip-hop was nothing like that until Jay-Z and Eminem. Ironically, Jay-Z and Eminem's careers popped off right after Tupac died, which is crazy because Tupac was like a modern Jesus in the times when it came down to it in 1996. He was like the positivity of all positivity when it came to like pushing the boundaries, making a culture move, making a culture think, like really being appropriate and having the mindset of thinking. That was Tupac's goal, especially in his first 3 albums before he was even in death row. He was trying to push the black culture to think for yourself, think for your people, think for you. So he was like a modern day Jesus in his time at some point. He even got the 5 bullet holes to prove it, just like Jesus got the 5 holes on his hands and feet. He was literally crucified in public, you know. He was crucified in public, just like Jesus was crucified in public many times over, kind of a thing. So right after Jesus, or right after Tupac, you'd want to say the Black Jesus passes away in 1996. Whose album drops? Jay-Z. What is he pumping? Illuminati messages. What's the first few songs in the first few albums? He has a song called Lucifer. Who's the producer? Kanye West. Kanye West is the fucking producer. He has a song called Lucifer, yeah, right on one of his first albums, and it's no surprise. And then who comes right after Jay-Z? Eminem. And who's the fucking craziest, darkest, most... Eminem's pushing everything from child abuse, child molestation. He's pushing bestiality. He's pushing incest, talking about fucking his mother, talking about killing his girlfriend. The only thing he's not killing is his daughter in his music, but shit, you know, everything else he's killing. And not only that, you get deeper into his message. He tells you all the time that I sold my soul to the devil. I have my soul to the devil. He makes a song about rapping with the devil. You go and listen to some of his other music. He has a song called 3 a.m. where he's literally chanting "Evil rise, evil rise, evil rise." Like this is real, but it's like entertainment to us because we, as the average fucking non-thinking human, we don't see it as what it is. We just see it as entertainment, and we enjoy it because we are numbskulls in the majority. But if you dig deep and listen, you'll hear the words. Eminem is powerful. Because no matter how much I tell the truth about his life and about what's being done with his career to push negativity, I'm still a big fan of his music. I'm one of the biggest fans, I bet, ever. Because I studied everything, every song, almost every song, every word. Because I listen. But yeah, let alone those guys, you see it, Rihanna, Beyonce, what the hell's that one white girl's name? Kesha. Kesha's crazy. Kesha's an admitted witch, like an admitted cult. She runs a cult. Yeah, and Lady Gaga too. Like people, like these people are fucked up. This is one reason why liberals, they allow free religion, because in a country with free religion you can worship anybody you want, and when they say anybody you want, it's really, we can worship the devil too if we want. That's the trick about being free in America, is all the devil worshippers are going to come out of the woodwork when they want to. Imagine a Marilyn Manson concert. You know, a Marilyn Manson concert will summon every single dark person out of any town. I like Sweet Dreams. That song, I cannot fucking get enough of. Oh, I told you I made a beat out of that. I never ever did show you that yet. Remember that? I told you that about a little while ago. I turned that into a hip-hop beat. Yeah, Sweet Dreams from Marilyn Manson. I sampled that guitar riff. Yeah, I think I told you. That was like a while ago though, like 6 months ago back. Yeah, I sampled that Sweet Dreams Marilyn Manson beat. I turned it into a hip-hop beat. Rob Zombie doesn't seem, I don't know much of his music, but he doesn't seem as devilish. He seems kind of more of a cooler. He seems like, I don't know. He doesn't seem as demonic as Marilyn Manson. Mind you, he's a movie producer. Yeah, he's a movie producer, yeah, so he probably is a little twisted in his head. When Marilyn Manson promotes straight Satanism in his music, like full-blown devil worship. You know what I see going on right now? Back during World War II, they were testing and they were using a specific drug. I forget what they called it. Nowadays it's meth. But back during World War II, the Germans were pumping these doses of this specific drug, which was meth now. Technically, they were pumping meth into the fucking Nazis. Their needle antidote type shit, you know, like their adrenaline type shots and stuff like that. They wouldn't feel emotion, they wouldn't sleep, they wouldn't have any sort of like, they were like almost, I don't want to say superhuman, but they were super emotionless. They didn't pay no mind. They were dosed up on like this methadone type shit, and it's literally meth. Literally in the modern day now it's meth, but back in 1939 to 1945 during World War II, it had a different name over there in Germany. And what Germany did is they pumped up a lot of their soldiers with the stuff, which almost made them brave and crazy and more willing to die, more heartless and non-slave. Like, they barely slept. Whereas all the other armies at the time, the France army, Italy's army, Poland's army, all the armies, Japan's army, Russian army, all those other countries that went against Germany, all those countries, they weren't dosing their soldiers up with that type of stuff too much. So there was a time where Germany was kicking ass because they were fucked up, like messed up on these antidote slash, like, you know, adrenaline type pump things. Then they were like fucking injecting them. Like, soldiers were assigned to stay up so they would stay up, they wouldn't sleep. And then, you know, considering the amount of hate and how much energy these Nazis had, they pushed this stuff, and they ended up kind of losing themselves over. Apparently they end up losing the war later on in life when America and Canada joined the war. America and Canada joined the war, and that's when everything goes upside down for Germany. Now we move into 2000, 2010, 2019. The world desensitized to the fullest extent. Death is nothing to us. The millennials nowadays, we are practically killing every day in real life, and we're practicing on video game. And now the drug system with fentanyl, with meth, with ecstasy, with every other kind of fucking drug, Xanax and Percocets and Gabbies, and you name them. Meth specifically has been rampant through and fentanyl too. They have literally been running the same fucking drug system into our minds. So now, which countries are the most doped up and most careless and most wild? America and Canada. We are the next fucking Nazi wars. We're the next desensitized, uncontrollable people in the near World War III. That's going to be us. We're going to be the crazy, non-negotiable, psycho people. Half of us are going to be like unfathomable. You know, it's a long propagated plan. When it comes to that I don't want to say methadone, but meth shit. They practiced that shit in World War II to see what it was capable of, and now they're running the same shit on American civilians and Canadian civilians in the projects, in the hoods, in the communities. Everyone is now getting into heavy type, medical type, pill type, needle type drugs. Weed is becoming a past thing. Everyone is doing all this other stuff, and it's desensitizing and it's demoralizing, and it's practically ruining human brain's ability to have compassion for one another. So what do you see nowadays? Absolute fucking chaos in almost every other state, every province when it comes to drug control. Like, I don't know if you guys are young, both you guys, so I don't think you're paying any attention to any statistics. But when you look into the statistics of every city, these drugs are literally shutting down hundreds and thousands of people a year per city. Like my city, Vancouver here, and Surrey here, for instance, I think last month there was 146 people who died in 1 month. and 13 people died. 13 people died in one. No. 32 people died in one day in this little town, this little vicinity. It's not even like big Compton. It's like a couple of blocks, Hastings, Vancouver. It's probably like a 6-block radius. 30 people died from these drugs in one fucking day, and 100. So you can only imagine the numbers in California or in New York, in Detroit. You could only imagine the numbers in Baltimore, Texas, Florida. The numbers, because of how huge those cities are, they have to be in the thousands per month, you know. And it's, when you look at it and you dig deep, and if you actually have human compassion, you'll understand that this is becoming such a massive epidemic. It's desensitizing our youth, it's desensitizing the kids, it's ruining families, it's ruining the majorities of all the minorities, black people, Latino people, even it's destroying white communities as well, you know. It's destroying native Indian Aboriginal communities heavily. It's allowed. And the fucking stupid thing about Canada is they have my city has on-site programs where if you're a drug addict, you can go buy drugs illegally from the drug dealer down the road. You can go take your illegal drugs to this on-site building, which has government official, federal paid people who will legally help you find your vein. There's assisted doctors who will help you find your vein so they can they'll help you slam those illegal drugs into your arm. That's how stupid it is out here in Canada. Yeah, let me repeat that. There's federal legal buildings out here that will help you slam your drugs into your arm, your illegally bought drugs. If you took your illegally bought drugs to one of these places, they will give you a nurse. That nurse will take you aside and they will help you find your, because you know how drug dealers have to find their vein for needles, right? I don't know if you guys know, but when you stick a needle in your arm, you can't just stick it anywhere. You have to find a vein. Well, that's how stupid Canada is. I'm pretty sure some places in America have those too, but there's federally protected places where they will serve you up and they will help you get you high. And yeah, that's like those okay, so this is the kind of like, in general, the only reason to do that is so that it will control the fiends and the drug users from using dirty needles. They don't want drug users to use dirty needles, so fuck, the government will give you clean needles. They'll give you a nurse, they'll give you a rubber band, and they will give you a booth, and they will fucking help you slam and put those needles in your veins for you. That's I'm not even fucking kidding you. That's so, I know, man. I was so fucking pissed off when I found out about that. They did this about 6 years ago, and they've been and it's like a very controversial thing, because there's half of the people think of it like I do, it's so stupid, and then the other half of the people think, oh, it's a good idea, it's saving the drug users from, you know, contracting more diseases and blah 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 blah. But it's like this big stupid debate, but that's the situation. So let's say if I was a drug user who did needles, and I went and bought my bag, or my crack, or my heroin, or my meth, I could go and take it to this, and it's called on-site. That's what the buildings are called, on-site programs. I could go take them right into this building, fill out a paper real quick, and this nurse will pull me aside, and she'll take me to a booth, and she'll pretend like she cares while helping me find my vein. She will help me find my vein so I don't fuck it up myself, you know. And because, you know, drug users sometimes are too high to find their own veins, or they're too cold, or they're too hungry, or they're too shaky. They can't find their own veins, and they end up stabbing the wrong part of their body and end up killing themselves or overdosing. So this is one reason, you know. That just, it's so stupid. It's so dumb. Oh yeah, YouTube, if you're listening, yeah, that's Canada for you. Yeah. So technically, the government and the drug companies, they don't want you to quit. They don't want you stopping. They want you to come to their sites. They'll fucking line you up and they'll set you up for you. Bring your bag, bring your drugs. We'll help you. We'll give you a needle. We'll give you a nurse. We'll even give you water and a little bit of food. Canada is like enabling the drug users out here. Enabling them, making them do, yeah, enable, that's the term I guess you could say, enabling them. It's easy for drug users to remain drug users. And yeah, and then the other thing too is, let's say a drug user is hooked on this, they will get you hooked on another thing just to get you off of this. So now you're hooked on, let's say you were trying to get off heroin or you're trying to get off meth, they will hook you on another drug called methadone. Not meth, but methadone. And that drug is like another drug. It's kind of supposed to wean you off of other drugs, but it gets you addicted to that, which is another, oh, it's so stupid. Like, it's so stupid. And I know at least 12, maybe 15 people who are dead because of programs like that. Because of people who use those programs to not quit, you know, like they use like, oh, like we're safe now, like these programs are here, I can do my drugs safely now, and you guys will never have to worry about me dying, because now, you know, that's the mentality drug users get. You know, now I'm safe. Now you guys don't have to worry about me dying. Now I can go to on-site and get my drugs done for me for free without you guys having to worry. I'm safer. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, that's the world for you. Hey, I jumped off a rock and landed on my horse. Cool. That wasn't even intentional. I'm gonna do that again. Did you see that, YouTube? I jumped on my horse. Yeah. Cool. You guys are way the fuck over there too. Yeah, me too. I'm probably gonna end my stream. I'm gonna end my stream and call it a night. I'm supposed to be up here at 8:30. So got my kids to take to school. But yeah, as you're ending, bro, let me end my stream here. Okay, guys, YouTube, everyone watching, David, AVT, all y'all, thanks for tuning in, guys. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, music video. We are dropping a music video today. Later on today, alright, guys? So make sure and check that out. Stay tuned on my channel. Watch out. Hit that motherfucking subscribe button so you can get the notification, because the video is coming today. Alright? Everyone and anyone watching, if you guys make it to this point in my video, don't fucking forget. Sub. Alright? Alright. Also, add me up on the PlayStation Network, Instagram, anywhere else, Snapchat, TruthDigga306. I'm out of here, guys. It's late. I got things to do in the morning. And yeah, take care. Have a good weekend. Peace out. Peace out. Peace out, YouTube. I'm out of here. Oh, no. Talking to you.